Alright, mic audio, desktop audio. Alright, we're gonna have to do that all over again, but okay, I'm just gonna keep it going with the loading screen, because too bad. This is the first game of the League of Legends Division 1 team against WMU Esports, Western Michigan, that they played on March 4th yesterday. So today is March 5th, but we're going to be doing kind of a VOD review. So today I'm joined with Theo, Nightwood42, as IIT's top laner, and
Hello.
Yep. And so we're just going to do it a little bit more differently than how we do normally with a second by second casting. In this case, we're just going to go for the trying to go through the big moments to talk about and whatnot, just to get things going. But as we get ourselves into, we're already on the Rift on the first map. But just to talk really quickly, I guess, do you want to talk anything about how the pick ban phase? What was the intention of the bans? What had been intended for IIT here?
First of all, there was one fun thing, which was that we know the enemy top laner, like he's a friend, and so we had already played with him in the past. So, yeah, I can just say that he told me he allowed me to get more because of one game, and then aside from that was just I think we're focusing on getting the bot lane / jungle picks early on, which is what we frequently do. We just got rid of their high win rate champions. It was like Talia, Zyra, and something else.
Yeah, so we can take a look at the picks and bans later, I guess, because we have the website that Battlefy makes that shows all of that stat stuff. I don't know if after to spectate that, if Riot gets us to the stat page, like how it normally does. I think after the replay just stops the file. So
yeah,
if I do need to really look at stats, I can probably bring it up on the Battlefy site. But alright, I am at the 6-second timer, so I'll just press play after that. And then
yeah, I'm good as well.
Alright, I'm just going to start playing at 1x speed then. Cool.
Same.
So yeah, we have the only TP being equipped for this game was on Beg for Mercy's Yorick's here.
I am not using that spell.
Right, and we as everyone's getting onto the Rift, didn't look like IIT went for any invades here, so that's fine. Or respectively with WMU, they didn't do anything either on their end.
Yeah, there was no shenanigans or anything.
Alistar and Tristana bot lane. That's nothing really too exciting to talk about compared to Caitlyn. Braum is much more of a passive approach, but if Braum gets his stack on you, then you might be a little bit
hurt.
Yeah, might be in a tight pickle there. Syndra, Doran's hunting, crafting potion, minion dematerializer for Echo. Echo with the ignite. That's interesting. But
yeah, I guess he just didn't really want to go for a second TP, perhaps.
Okay, let's see.
There's a lot of action going on in the chat, but that's about it.
Yeah, so as the buffs get spawning, looks like both laners start for regular buffs. So IIT going with red first. Snowdown getting the Kate passive working in her favor by doing the auto attacks in the bush. Looks like bot lane went for a little bit more of a passive approach towards lane, just in case of the Triad bush. Chizarino helping out J4 with a little bit with the Krugs. But Snowdown able to get auto CS, so that's good. And
competent IPC.
yeah, IIT already starting off with a little bit of aggression, getting one more auto, getting the nice stack on there. Tristana responding with her bomb, but Protector is going to be just fine.
Yeah,
J4 and Kha'Zix about to run each other into the river, give a nice greeting, getting some pings. Echo, meanwhile, good guy for him. He's going to be there to be helping to secure that. Kha'Zix going to be using the smite on it. Now WMU has a 3 wards, I guess, to spot out the J4 with only the red buff, but he's gonna J4's gonna put a ward of his own. Keep an eye out for any potential Kha'Zix invade, but we've got in the top lane Nair Ellen getting the level 3, going for a flash
Oh.
ignite on Beg for Mercy, looking like it'll be securing the first blood, and that's just the level advantage playing in its favor. I guess.
That's also not a matchup you want to be in when you're heroic. So.
Yep. So Draco going to be seeing the Kazakhs, I believe, coming in, but he's going to be met with a red buff, and Kazakhs missing on that. Looks like he might actually start initially winning that trade, going to force Kazakhs to jump out. Looks like he'll be fine.
Yeah, we're ready to move, but he can just get away as he wants, so not much happening in the end. Then just going back to some normal jungle action.
Yeah, I always have a big tendency whenever I'm doing my casting to like always gloss over the mid lane. It's just because Radamar is like such a consistent mid laner. Like I know nothing will happen. It's like very impossible for him to like get very stomped. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. Like even if things go bad, he's always gonna stay right on, which is nice.
Yeah, and I think like a lot of these games I've seen that I've casted, it's like the mid and jungle synergy is really there when they do go for their game potential. Braum putting a ward out here in the bot lane, getting kind of a little bit caught out. Going to be forcing himself to use all of his abilities to get himself out of that situation. But he should be just fine. But getting the ward on there is giving the information IIT needs for any potential Kazakhs ganks coming from lane. But Kazakhs is going to just not even bother with that. Alistar going for the ignite, a heal, 2 heals coming out, but looks like working in WMU's favor. Again, Tristana will get a double kill, so that's unfortunate for the Hawks. But yeah, being pushed up with their advantage, having no vision on the river, it's all about the pacing. Did they have an inkling of like that was going to be happening, or?
Nope, we just saw the Eureka arriving, and then I just heard that the weapon was in a green state. Yeah, the one was there, but just not covering where Kha'Zix chose to go.
I don't know if either of them had an extra ward to put in the river at the same time, maybe. But during that, when Kazakhs was bot lane, J4 are going to be clearing out the top camps for Kazakhs. Pink's coming out as the Syndra gets the ignite and wins out on the 1v1 trade. Well played by her. She's going to see Kazakhs there. Red buff forcing the flash off the Kazakhs. She's going to be able to get out, but no autos on Kazakhs is going to be able to slow her down. She looks like she's going to be able to get out just fine.
Yep. Nothing much more happening around the map, just people resetting, recalling. And top lane being the
top
islands
lane,
as supposed to be.
getting off his health back, hitting level 6. Yeah, Beg for Mercy about a half level behind, so it's not like the game's completely out of his zone, but he is facing a considerable CS lead already at 6 minutes into the game, already about a little under 20.
Yeah, he's gonna get some back because the wave was pushing it towards him, so he can get up to 31. And I'm just gonna toggle the blue side vision because I don't remember exactly what information we had. Yeah, we currently have no idea what Kha'Zix is.
Yeah, so Syndra with her back, getting the Lost Chapter, going to be helping out with a little bit of AP, already chunking down Echo. Syndra already reaching the level 6 advantage, so IIT doing pretty well in terms of their XP gain. He's going to be running right into each other with the Kazakhs, and looking like a 2v2 situation. Nice. One more auto will secure it for Draco, getting him on the map. No shutdown gold yet, so anything yet. I'm surprised, but Alistar Tristana roving up to the river, a nice flash with the Alistar forcing the Draco to get plays out, but Syndra E pushes them out, only Tristana getting over. She doesn't have the damage, letting IIT's bot lane be on their way, but I think that was a couple of pings from Snowdown Arcade that was giving the information that mid lane and jungle needed to just get out of the situation right after the kill on Kazakhs. So definitely helping the ping
from the Alistar, just in time to cancel the jab and EQ.
Yep, yeah. The one auto secured it, but okay, they got the counter minion. Good. Echo looking for a little bit of a roam of his own. Radamar is pinging that. IIT knows not to keep going. Good communication overall. J4 though is here at level 6. Not super healthy, but his ultimate will still be helpful if needed. Meanwhile, this CS lead is continuing to expand here for Nerelin and Beg for Mercy. matchup here, reaching now almost 30. Kazak's going to be coming up here through the tri-bush. It is not warded. It looks like IIT wants to commit to Yorick while not going to be capturing him. They're going to be running into each other, getting a smite, ignite, getting a lot of damage in there. That is going to be enough to get him down. And Mordekaiser will have a blue buff to help him. Does that even help him? He doesn't use mana.
No, just yeah, but
it's just ability pool. You know, that's it, right?
Yeah, and the killer stuff is not something to say no to.
Yep. So Yorick, no mana, is gonna have to force himself to walk back to the lane, getting the Merc Shreds and no mental, so going for full MR.
Yeah, it's just not a good idea to try to gank Mordekaiser because you get just regenerating because of the goals. And like the thing is, when he gets Kha'Zix to help him, he's just gonna. Well, one of them is gonna come into the fights, and they can't do that.
That's the one thing. If I had to commentate on WMU's performance this first game, was like the Kha'Zix presence top. You know, it's just like he. Oh crap! I misclicked. Hold on. I'm at the dragon 842, 43, 44. Sorry. J4 gonna be finishing up the dragon because I misclicked. My fault.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. Getting the first dragon here for IIT is gonna be the Cloud Drake. But Narellen gonna be caught within the Yorick wall, forcing himself to flash out. Kaz is coming again for another gank. Well, third time's the charm. You know what they say. Getting a little bit of health back, but I don't think
for the explanation, I kind of decided to alt tab at some point.
With only one item with the Dark Seal, but he's still got so much action going on with the bot lane. The flashing coming out for KR Nocto as they're forcing themselves out. Snowdown gonna be forced dangerously low with the Tristana ult on top of him, but
still only trading the heal against flash, right?
Yeah, but I guess we
two flashes actually.
That is the one thing about WMU that I wanted to see more of. Like they have all that pressure in the top lane.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Rainmark getting ganked. I don't think he had any vision. Yeah, but just going back, it's like Kha'Zix is definitely has gank potential, and IIT's bot lane seem to be pushing a lot of the time in lane. You know, like pushing themselves past the river. If WMU had good vision control and like discipline. And Tristana with a 2-kill lead, they could have probably made that spiral out of control.
Exactly, they should have been putting more vision on the bot side, like controlling the vision, removing what vision we had, and to pressure that because they can't really fight top lane. They can't fight mid lane either because we would just win the 2v2.
Yeah, it's just committing so many resources unless they're trying to get everything. But,
yeah, and what bot lane had an edge and they could have used it, but so far they haven't done that. Oh. Another try.
Another try happening up on the top lane. Oh my lord, why does this happen? That's not going to help out.
That was the first item death cap.
So, that's the second ultimate that's been used in favor for them. Why doesn't the Kha'Zix take tower aggro if he's autoing?
The pets are always going to take the aggro after the minions.
Yeah, but why doesn't it? So does this Kha'Zix count as minion, or does he count as a? Does the turret read him as a minion?
It's even worse than a minion, because it's the same as if you have Azar's W, the voidlings. They're only gonna be attacked by the turrets after the minions die, even if they attack something. It's the same for the Mordekaiser Ghost, so you can always just get those 3 attacks off. And hold on a second again.
Yep. The TP being used here for Back for Mercy. IIT in a little bit of a tight spot, taking really low. Echo going for any target. Kayla getting herself over the wall, trying to get the Echo, force the Echo out. He's going to have to try to get himself out. Protector forced to ult out, getting himself away from the Scion. W-wing himself to Syndra. Tristana trying to chase. The bomb on her is not going to be enough. The ult from Caitlyn not going to connect to Echo. Kha'Zix able to tank it out. And in all of that chaos, Lightweight gets the first tower. And with his Rabadons plus the first blood, he's going to be healthily within the gold lead with 61k gold, 6,000 gold on him, and 3,200 instead on Yorick. So Yorick's got some work to do. Why are you taking? Oh, you take tower aggro when you auto to Yorick? Or did you take damage?
I think my E went on him.
Weird. Okay. J4 getting the kill on the Echo, but he's going to be looking at a 1v1 for the Kazakhs. It's going to be taken really low. One more. Ah, he missed! Oh, the Alistar doing a flash of his own, missing his WQ combo. Walking over with the Ignite. That's like practically toxic at that point. Another 1v1 that Beg for Mercy seems to be wanting to take, but
didn't really
just straight up put his ult on him, doesn't seem to be yielding anything, but I mean that kind of sets you up for a potential gank if they wanted to do anything about it and like really commit, I guess.
Increasing damage stats, that's what matters.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just about trading the ult so that I wouldn't be at risk of anything, even though yeah, that just puts you down for 2 minutes if guys if you want to gank. And I think the game just goes to be quieter for some time. Yeah, nothing much is happening right now.
Yeah, look, there's like a gap, so we can fast forward just a little bit. I'm gonna put in 2x speed, and I'll pause, and then we can start together in a bit. But all right, hold on. IIT's 1346 is gonna have a little bit of bot lane action, forcing the Cataclysm on, but no kills happening just yet. Everyone walks away. No! Snowdown is able to get the Q onto the Tristana. And
dashes from everyone.
Gonna be I don't think any summoners were used except for maybe Tristana? I don't remember.
Actually, no. Maybe Ellie started something because we can't see with the Hex Flash. But that would be the only one. No, I think it was Sun cooldown from the previous fight. Barely. So yeah, just one kill in the end, even though it could have been a lot more on either side.
Yep, J4 going to be finishing up his second dragon, and I think we're kind of in a break phase with nothing happening for a bit, so I'm going to fast forward over it again. The game kind of pacing itself out as IIT slowly just starts to take the towers for the tier 1 bot lanes, falling down at 15 minutes. Syndra pushing it on her own. She's going to be running it. Going to be backing away safely. Alistar hovering around. Alistar going to be roaming up top lane. Checking what's going on here, but the rotation from IIT to be determined. If they're going to try to see if they can match with the transition for WMU here. Pings.
Yeah, I think we look to, well, not directly match, but just put the bot lane in lane and then have me face the Eric again.
Yeah, so Mordekaiser making his way down bot to continue matching the York. Yep, IIT doing some vision clearing, taking their sights on the Herald possibly, going to be started here at 16:30. IIT starting to get it on their way. I'm going to go back to regular speed at 43, 16:44. Braum ult not going to connect. Syndra pretty much pushing everyone out, but the ult's actually going to be able to connect. Kazakh's doing negative damage to Caitlyn in a 1v1. He only has the Stalker's Blade. I don't agree with getting Merc Treads on Kazakh's, because you should just go for like, well, maybe, I don't know.
I think it was mostly because of the...
He was just scared of you, I think, the most, but...
Mostly Syndra, I would say.
The tenacity is on. I guess the tenacity isn't bad either if you're like Ramen. You can reduce.
Ramen and Syndra both.
So okay, not a bad item per se.
Yeah, just not what you want to go in every game, but I think given the fact that we had both AP...
Yep, so IIT starting to knock on the door for both of these tier 2 turrets, mid and bot. J4 going to be running himself right in front of Tristana. He's getting the pings out. IIT knows what's going on. IIT meanwhile has 3 guys here in the mid.
Looking for blood.
Looking for something, but I don't think they want to be fighting yet until the towers are gone. But Echo going to be trying to force the flash. Alistar completely missing it out. Protector flashing himself into front. I don't really know why he wanted to do that. He's going to be instantly headbutted by the Alistar. Meanwhile, the 2v1 on the Yorick wins out. IIT still trying to fight their way out. The ultimate going to be used on the Alistar of all people, but finally, Kazakh's flashing himself in is actually able to get the Caitlyn. Ooh, the 1v1 situation. Tristana pushing herself right in the face of danger, but they're Raynamar barely lives with like 30 HP, but
Kazakhs could have just kept going there.
Don't worry about that, because we got the bot lane inhib falling now. The Herald's still healthy, going to be chunking down one of these Nexus turrets by 3/4 of a health. Draco taking turret aggro. Mordekaiser flashing himself out. I would have just accepted death, but
Yeah, that was a
alright.
slightly ambitious button, but
I don't even think you had. So yeah, so shutdown goal getting applied finally here for a little bit for WMU to give them a little bit of breathing space in this about 5k
Also,
deficit. 800 gold
losing
there.
the Magi stacks.
Sorry?
Losing the Magi stacks as well. Tragic.
Very true.
But yeah, we should have just backed off before going for the threats and also.
I would say just maybe just getting the first chunk and then saying bye because J4's got nothing on him. But
yeah, I was like looking
maybe
to
IIT was
bait
just,
or something.
Yeah, it was just
By
like
killing.
it's all about just pacing, you know. In any other situation,
Yeah.
I think you guys were just confident enough of your leads already. Like you were insanely strong with a 4k gold lead on top of Yorick. Caitlyn is pretty much dead even with the Triss, but in the mid lane, about a 1k lead for Syndra. Yeah, it was just this one was a top lane Mordekaiser favorite match here to get so much ahead to carry the game. Ping's coming out though as Mordekaiser's looking to be grabbing his third Cloud Drake. You know, I felt so bad watching these games because this game 1 had you guys get the like all the I'm not saying useless strike. I'm not saying useless strikes. I'm just saying like not as map friendly as with the variety we need. And the trade that IIT goes for here is going for the Baron itself, and they're able to chunk it down eventually with the helm of 4. But looks like
a good call by them.
Yeah.
They had better purchase going away, and we knew that they were on that, but we just thought we have the Dragon Ghost. What if we just take the enable against?
Yeah, but here going for a 6v5. Oh wait, no, 6v6. You have the Yorick Wraith, whatever. Dragon gonna be taken down eventually. Gonna be the first one to fall. The Cataclysm falling into the J4. He's gonna have to flash himself out and get taken out pretty quickly himself. Syndra gonna be able to get the kill. Mordekaiser's ult helping get another man on board here. It's like 7v6 now. I don't understand.
Yes.
Caitlyn gonna be doing a little bit of damage herself. Tristana's gonna be using the heal to get herself out. But now with the supers and the first Nexus turret done, I don't think IIT actually stays here because the Baron minions are doing work here for WMU to help keep them in the game.
Yeah, we can't clear everything fast enough. And
not enough minions here to help out. Caitlyn's not really the tower killer. No Mountain Drakes to help that out yet. And she only has, one AD item on her, so...
Yeah, and also we had no reason to go for something risky when we had the damage control over the game.
Yeah, you know, definitely a better approach than what we saw the first time with the Rift Herald approach with breeding a little bit here, showing a little bit more discipline, clearing out the camps, so just reset the fight. You guys have a 2-3k gold lead, you're fine. Just take the next fight and win it, because the Caitlyn and Tristana pretty much stayed break even.
But the rest,
everyone else kind of had a slight lead. So.
Yeah.
And WMU,
and also,
definitely props at WMU's bot lane. I definitely like watching them play against.
Yeah, I just think the game plan wasn't there because, like as you say, they could have just focused on the bot lane because they had member push there, and that was the only side when they had one, where they had one, and they didn't try to play the vision or to make plays on bot lane. They focused way too much on the mid lane, which they could not win in a 2v2. And yeah, then they just couldn't capitalize on what they had.
You know, it's really like they have the fighting prowess there. It's 14-12 in terms of the kill feed. It's just like objectively, a lot of their plays they try to go around. And Protector running himself right into 2-3 members, forcing the ult out. Barely gets away. I don't know if they. Okay, well that's gonna not matter at all. Cataclysm gonna be holding the members in place. Already getting 2 picks. Alistar doing his one last hero stand, helping a little bit, but all of those balls into Tristana's face is gonna eventually get too much for her to handle. And this will be in favor for IIT as we get the last Nexus turret here. GG's coming out. Yeah, that was just. It's like that's one of those fights where it shouldn't really work for IIT because Protector got caught out, but it's just like, okay, well, let's just take the fight, whatever. We're huge.
We had a Braum with no health, and then we had... I mean,
you had a Braum with no health, and he
ult.
already used his ultimate, so that's like one of your huge CC abilities that you really rely on.
But just because they were all groups for the Javan ultimates afterwards.
But yeah, I mean, keeping ourselves in mind of just looking at this, we've got, in the end, we have 5k gold lead for the top lane, 600 jungle, 1.5 mid. Tristana actually had a higher gold lead, but I think that's just because she had more kills to her name and getting a lot of those shutdown golds. And support, it's just the bot lane, like, for WMU was really the key factor. Because WMU, I mean, they know that you are good on the Mordekaiser, so it's like I don't see why they wanted to contest it unless they were just trying to shoot the shot and just like try, let's just try to see if we can outplay him or something and just force the multiple ganks onto Kha'Zix or whatnot. But it could have definitely paced the game a lot differently, I think, if they had been able to put pressure maybe onto the bot lane, maybe look at an early tower and then transition it to like forcing you to go down to the bot lane itself, and then now they have bot lane pressure to be looking at Rift Herald or something like that. But
that would have worked better, for sure.
I think that could have been a potential game saver for them, but it's collegiate, so these kind of things will happen.
Yeah,
and
because that was just a big flaw in the game, man.
Yep.
That something to play around. It's not like they had all lanes losing, or all lane either losing or being even. So they had something to play around, but they didn't.
Yep. All right, so that will take us to game 2. Gonna change up the lobby a little bit so I can adjust for the changes. Switch to logos because WMU will be taking the blue side for game 2. And then I can change the score a bit. Western IIT here on the 1-0. And we're gonna get ourselves right into game 2. Gonna load that up right now. And taking a quick look at what we have for the comps differently here for game 2. WMU here on the blue side. We got the Maokai, we got the Kindred, Veigar, Sivir, Nautilus. No runes really out of the ordinary. The Ignite for the Nautilus was interesting. But for IIT we have the Rumble, J4 again, Syndra again, Ezreal, Pike. And that was one. I don't remember what was the specific pick ban order. I don't know if Ezreal came first or Sivir came first, but I don't know why. I don't know why IIT wanted to opt for the Ezreal if they knew that the Sivir was first, because Sivir doesn't have an aggressive bone in her body, and Ezreal is a passive as they come. As we get ourselves into this, Pike getting a Q onto. Maokai gonna start with his W forcing Snowdown to get his flash out of the game. WMU looking like they come out on top.
We traded for like 2 Kleptomancy procs, so obviously worth it.
You traded for 2 what?
2 Kleptomancy procs.
Kleptomancy? Correct. Ezreal with the mana pot and
15 gold.
15 gold.
The value right there.
Genius IQ play there to start it off because I mean, you can look at it from an ability perspective too. Maokai starting W doesn't help at all. And Veigar starting E definitely doesn't help things usually for him in the laning phase wise. So I mean,
so that wasn't worth losing a flash for, but we still had something.
It's definitely and you have to think about it like if it kind of works out that you have Ezreal now because he's passive, right? So if he gets level E, it's like a half flash right there in a sense. Because like when Nautilus hooks in, you can get yourself on the E before it actually ends up working. But Ward going to be placed down by Snowdown to keep themselves in the tri-bush. They're going to see that IIT wanted to get some shots in. The Q landing, another Q landing here to force out the Guardian from Nautilus. But J4 here actually going to be going for the red side camps first. Syndra already starting to punish the Veigar for starting the E, getting him already down to less than half health, forcing the pot out early. The initiation, forcing out the flash, forcing out the heal on the Sivir. It's going to let IIT help themselves to an early start. Poro protecting
This is
through
certainly
some
what matters
more
until the flash.
just with his first ability with the hook. Channeling it now, gonna land it on the Nocturne, but Ezreal's too busy farming to pay attention. Kindred and J4 are going to be beating a little bit here, but the double buffs are going to be in her favor, but I don't think IIT's ready for that transition. Veigar going to be coming over on his side. Meowkai going to be getting a flash W. One more auto will do it, getting the first blood for him. Yeah, it's better rotations from IIT. Rumble is not at a position where he can come over yet, or it wasn't communicated that they were wanting to keep it in check, but he was spotted by a ward, I believe, on the river. Yeah, so when he was coming over, exactly. IIT just knew what was coming up. And
but it was taking us longer to get there. Even though they had to, so the Renas had to consume half for what they did to join the jungler, but they could have the faster routes. And Kindred is ganking mid lane, but
yeah, Kindred going for the gank, but she's going to keep onto his summoners. Walk herself right up there.
Missing the Q.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but okay. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Don't think much happens for a little. Just get a twice speed. J4 finishing up his scuttle. Gonna start his own blue buff now. Bot lane here for IIT, pushing up comfortably ahead. Ezreal with a no, pretty even for both. He's gonna be having a biscuit to help himself. Looking at the 1v1 in the top lane. Seems pretty consistent. Maokai's got to sustain with the red buff to help him out a little bit there, but
yeah, that matchup of brewing is just, you know, you're bucking all game long and nothing happens because you get just split up. But you have to poke because of the way he can fight.
Yep, but yeah, 447, excuse me, 433, 34, we have J4 coming around. Gonna be caught by this ward, so they looks like Veigar just wasn't there to respond fast enough, but he actually gets the flush. He gets in before the gate comes up. Interesting.
Yeah, which was
just that's just by that's milliseconds of difference there, really. Because he will get stopped if it worked, right? Like he can't get through that. Yeah, the action will follow through. Yep.
But that was too late for the cage, and in the end, the kills comes through.
So I guess tell me about your 1v1 matchup with the Maokai. Like, is your intention to try to be denying him the CS as much as possible, or XP, or is it to be chunking him down in health? Like, because a couple of these trades I see you do, you're taking like these tower shots that I don't know if it's intentional.
Yeah, it's like I can't really deny him XP because he's always gonna be in range of it in a way. But I'm just trying to like get him to either be low or concede some CS by like not allowing it to work up to them. I'm fine with taking like 1 or 2 turret shots as long as they stay healthy because I have 2 runes to help me sustain. The Taste of Blood and the Tremendous Hunter. So I'm always gonna stay around full health even if I take some turret shots. And if I can trade some damage with him, eventually I can make him low, having knights to make that be a kill. But yeah, I have to really fight all the time if I want to make him low enough because he can just sustain half of that back up.
I mean, Maokai's your textbook champion when it comes to AP counter dough, you know, so his not only his ability set and his passives, but like his item kit works really well with it as well, just like for all of the health regen.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah,
matchup mid lane here. Rainmar gonna be caught by the Veigar E. But getting her E out to just push everyone back out. Looks like she'll be fine. Pink's coming out for IIT from WMU as they see J4 tackling on this Inferno on his own. He's gonna be super low health. Yeah, they know what's going on. And I don't know if J4 had it enough in him. Yeah, IIT trying to transition. He's going to be facing himself right with the Nautilus. Getting a hook there. IIT ready to transition. Forcing to fight here as they go for the 2v2. As we're going to be flashing out. Pyke missing his flash. And the precision is going to be enough to get her to... it's not precision. Whatever gets her to health back after a kill.
Triumph,
thank you. Yeah, it's going to be enough to keep her alive. Just barely. But that was a unfortunate 1v1. Yeah, I think that's the second time. We gotta in the future, I guess, if IIT continues to play with this roster, I definitely want to see Poro improve on the flash fighting play. A couple times he just like uses it really preemptively that it just like you don't have to use it. It doesn't help in that situation. Like game 1, we saw the Braum flash right in the confronted to face with his shield. I think he was just like trying to deny any like just damage to the front.
Yeah.
1v1, Sponge taken really low to Q, gonna finish him off, but anyway, back to Poro was just like, it's just like, yeah, really, it's taken too early, and I think it's like trying to look flashy, but it doesn't end up working out the way you expect or something like that.
I don't notice those as much in the game because kind of on the other side of the map, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think he just gets it from you when he watches you plays for the top lane for First Blood. You were his role model for it.
Yeah,
like how we saw the Mordekaiser level 3-2 matchup or something like that first game. I think it was a flash out he did or something. Alright,
yeah,
Snowdown gonna be going in 1v2, able to dodge out of the Nautilus hook, but unfortunately with that killing him, he's gonna be slightly behind, not level 6 yet. Meanwhile, bot lane gonna be having the level advantage here, so it's definitely gonna be important to make sure that they try to keep themselves sustained in the game. Because yeah, even with the kill, he's doing okay in CS with about a 1,001k gold lead. And I think he has some slice stacks of gold to help him out as well from his Klepto, so that's helping keep up the gold. But
yeah, that's something. I don't exactly know how much Klepto gave him, but
I remember him saying in his stream he had like 2 or 3 slice stacks of gold, so
okay.
It definitely helps
well,
a little bit. That's like
that does make up for it.
Probably about anywhere between 100 and 200 there.
Yeah.
Level 6 is going to be finally reached out for the bot lane as they're the last to reach that point. Yeah, the gold lead that we're seeing in the top lane, the CS lead not as substantial as we saw compared to the York game. But Kindred going to be getting her ping out, going to be hopping over the wall. No vision here for Rumble as he takes it on. Going to be forcing the ult, but level 6 Kindred available to get out if she needs to. Flash is going to be used respectively for the Kindred and Rumble to get out of that situation. Control ward. Ooh, Raidamar with another nice 1v1. But I'm going to not even bother looking at that. Level 6 bot lane here fight. They're looking like they want to fight. Sivir going to be trying to force herself all into execute. Actually, not going to be enough, but the Ignite will be able to finish it off. Here we have J4 coming down here to help out. Getting the knock up here on the Nautilus is going to be enough to kill him off, but the dive, meanwhile, in the top lane.
Everything going on at the same time.
How did that happen? Was it?
So it was like right after the first gank. Kindred backed off, but she actually just stayed around in one of the lane bashes. So I went, like, after maybe 15 seconds after the first gank, I just went back up to try and trade a bit. Like, I didn't let me do that.
So you were, like, under the assumption that Kindred had backed or something?
Yeah, like, I was pretty sure she had gone to jungle because she would have expected me to go back, I guess. And to not look for fights again.
Yeah.
But she had read that.
Yeah, looking like WMU with the top favoritism here, seeming to work out in its favor this time around. Flash gonna be connecting again here. Another shutdown on, and this Syndra is making Veigar his B word here. It's yeah, pretty dominant performance from Raidamar with a healthy gold bounty placed on her head here with 1.7k gold lead here for Syndra. I wish that they were able to transition. I wish they were able to try to maintain the try to use Syndra to their advantage here in the game, progressing.
But sadly the both objectives are already done. I mean the Drake and the Heralds were both taken.
Yeah, because the thing is like you have to look at the pure 5v5 matchup. It's like you have pure hulking tanks with AP from Maokai and AD and Nautilus shield. Like they will not take damage for the first 5 seconds of the fight. Almost always,
they won't.
Right? And then Pyke here is like his goal is to either scout out enemies or to like get really quick bursts. But you're not going to be bursting a Nautilus anytime soon. No. And as we're going to be seeing, just IIT just not going to be winning out those kind of trades. Oh my God, the Sivir Q and autos just building on top of each other is going to be.
Yeah, that could definitely did quite a bit.
4 members of WMU here hovering on the bot. The two Infernals now coming out here for WMU. And yeah, the first one that J4 lost, definitely frustrating. Because with the vision control
that's
and
pretty close.
That's all in the I don't know if they would have gotten to read if J4 was like fighting the dragon inside the pit, because he brought it out, so he was caught by the river ward in the bush there. The top end. I don't know. It's a tough call to make.
I don't know either. It is.
But
maybe they would have, because I think Kindred was around anyway. So she was also gonna look to scout for it.
So when you guys talk about like fights or like objectives controls, is part of the communication about division as well? Like, do we know, have they worded this, or I've finished clearing it or anything like that?
Yeah, we give the information we have.
Okay, we keep that information.
If we don't talk about it, it's because we don't know anything. Like if we don't.
Okay.
Well, I mean, in that case, we actually didn't know what the head didn't know. We do talk about, like, we communicate when we can move. Like, if we have priority or not, which in this case we didn't have in the bot lane.
Yeah, Kindred coming now here for the first time, and yeah, Ezreal struggling in lane with those 2v2 matchups is not going to leave him healthy enough to be able to contest this first turret here. Turret plating still strong, so WMU able to capture all the points there that they needed for the bot tier 1. Ping's coming out for Syndra. She might be falling into... Nope, gonna E them right back out. But yeah, first turret is definitely going to be helping WMU a little bit with that objective control, and that's going to be putting them in about like a half K lead. Maokai and Marvel going for the 1v1. Oh, you took it to auto. Okay. See, if you didn't have to auto, you maybe would have been able to get out. Well, actually no, Kindred's would have taken it either way. And she's going to clean it up just fine on her own. Meanwhile, IIT hovering it on the mid lane now, as we're kind of looking at this kind of transition phase after the first turret. It's looking like Ezreal wants to keep himself in the bottom lane. Veigar now going to be going onto the bot lane here. Now, did Syndra match? No. The ult going to be used from on Syndra. Kindred going to be here getting a nice stun, but that's not going to be enough as they went for a 5-member rotation. So really strong objectives that they're trying to push for here. They know that the Rumble's not there as he had just backed.
That in particular, I would say, was the bad moment of the game, because we were like just being a bit too careless with being too far in the mid lane without paying attention to the vision and to what was going to happen.
Yeah, I don't really agree with the pathing for... Okay, hold on. Veigar landing 2 stuns here, blanking out that Pike, and that's not going to be enough damage there for the Ezreal to help out. Just a Sheen staying a little bit alive. 48 HP on the Veigar, but that's not going to be enough. But I think Snowdown here going to be forcing out the stopwatch, baiting 2 members of WMU out to get some kills back, get a little bit of gold back, because that is a 600 gold bounty on the Syndra, but I know that she had a bounty on her head with her first death that Kindred got, so
yeah, definitely was
Kindred definitely going to be 700 gold lead on his, and Maokai here with a 6k gold lead. Now how does that happen?
600. That was because the actually even when we talked about the CS they had, he was already like 100 gold ahead due to the first blood, even though he was like 15 CS down or something.
He got first blood.
He got first blood in the
how? Oh yeah, the jungle. Yeah, no. You're right. With the first blood.
I forgot about this as well when I saw the download. I was like, hold on, why does he have a lead? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only 500 though. Is it? Yeah, but afterwards, is the turret gold? Turret gold wasn't distributed for everyone though, right? Because he was still top lane when that was happening. So only.
It is. It just like the bar that is distributed to the team is very minor, but he also got lots of assists afterwards, from 2 of which were like single assists, as in he was getting half the gold and not just like 75 or lower. When I got ganked by Kindred twice.
Okay.
So he got 300 from this. And
I see.
I think just these two. Also, there was some dating tech in the lane. I think they got 2 plays.
Yeah, because like look at this matchup, like right here, 1709. It's like Pike versus Nautilus. It's like, okay, well, I mean, I hooked you, but now what? Like now my abilities are on cooldown, and Nautilus doesn't look any worse for wear. It's like, I feel like the Pike matchup should have been like, if they wanted it, you should go for like an aggressive ADC, because like as real follow up on that is like it won't help. Like I don't know.
The issue with that is that there were a couple of ADC bans good over there.
That's why I was saying Draven, but no one listens to me.
I'm not sure
Draven
if
is
you
where
would
you
want
just go.
stuff like that.
Draven is so good against Silver Nautilus. Like you E the Nautilus hook, you E any follow up from the Silver. What's she gonna do? Spell shielded? You have a Pike that's in her face. Like it's so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
That's a very good matchup, but the issue is that Draven is also one of the harder ADCs to play, and I don't think
I never doubt Casey's ADC ability. Don't ever let him hear you hear you say that.
I don't doubt him. I just haven't seen him play it, so I don't know if he's practiced it.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things where you need to have like you know, if they're gonna ban out your comfort picks, you just gotta have those unconventional picks or like these like comps that we gotta practice for, especially in these kind of like unique situations. And you know, based on IIT's history, it's almost always been like an AD primarily focus or like the highest ranked player, which in this case would be you, I think, for the team this year. It's like the target bans that will go with unleash it. It's like very rare for people to like to like spend all 5 of their bans on like meta champions.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like all the bans there, I think at least 4 of the bans were just targeted bans and not meta bans, which is fair that way. But I think the issue there was more about the buy pick, which is actually something that we said ourselves. That was actually very bad of us.
Yeah, another dive happening here. Rumble's just no health to help him out here to sustain. Just the Leandries is not going to be enough. Well, gets the kill. Is that any shutdown on her? Please tell me there's shutdown.
I don't think so.
No, she's already had a couple deaths to her name. Yeah. But yeah, you gotta see it. It's like even with the 3 deaths, Ezreal keeping the CS lead, it's just like the objectives, the first tower, all of the turret plating. She's got almost 2k of a gold lead, so it's like you don't see the lead in the numbers, but you have to see it here in the objective game that they were playing for 2 turrets here, the first bloods being used on the people that actually kind of helps it out for. So
yeah, and also even though the goal was still pretty even, because we had the big lead in mid lane, they had 2 finals, which is going to make that a big definitely a lot stronger than us.
I think maybe if Syndra had been there for some of those big team fights to help out, like right here, just top lane, if she was there maybe for anything like that, they could have caught it out. Dive on the Veigar. Yeah, okay, Poro forcing the ult out, questionable because he's worth nothing. If he was able to stay on maybe for another fight, flashing in, getting the Cataclysm. See, okay, if he had ult here, does he still have it on cooldown? No, because he already got the kill from it. Yeah, see? So it's lost on him. This Maokai is going to be a monster. Literally a raid boss 1v3 right here. But yeah.
The issue with the ult is that like using it there was fine, because like if he had gotten the kill, he would have had the reset, and also the team would have had more goals.
But he didn't, though, because he got killed too early, right?
Yeah, exactly. That was the thing. So that's not something that we really planned, and that's not something that's pretty easy to anticipate. So I think the idea was fine. Just the timing was slightly off.
Yeah, but then the thing is that you guys try to keep following it up with Kindred, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Okay. It felt good, you know. It's like one of those situations like it feels good to just keep going because like we just got a hype kill, you know.
True. At least the passion was really that was fine, I think.
Yeah.
Because like
it's like this phase right now, it's like it's still a coin flip on both sides. The gold is pretty much dead even. IIT even has a slight lead just due to the CS consistency that we have. But now it's like, because now you are finally able to get like a 30 plus CS lead on the Maokai. So even with so now you're back to even with him. Junglers have been staying even relatively. Syndra has been dominating to make up for the gold loss that's been in from the ADCs, right? But now we're looking for these huge objectives, and that's like where, this is where the vision control is important. So Pike gonna be running himself first to the Maokai, flipping him over, but he's gonna be taken really low, forcing himself to flash out. He's gonna already be halfway chunked, gonna regen a little bit there. But yeah, IIT put in double wards all over the place, trying to just see what's going on. It's but that's where you need to send the Pike out solo. Just scout him out, go invisible, put it deep inside the enemy jungle. You can get in and out of the walls with your E. But you know, staying here in the mid lane is like dangerous, you know, because it's like you're gonna be taking XP that you should be giving to Ezreal, and then also and I'm not saying you do it alone. Like if you see like a laner, right? Because like right now at this phase, like we don't know where WMU is at all. So Pike being here is good, but the Clean's not going to be able to help her out with the Syndra knock up. IIT left kind of isolated, getting the kill into Veigar, but that's not going to be enough for him. All of the balls going into the face of Maokai, but he's going to stay on. Rumble coming in with his ult. Going to try what he can do. Going to be able to flambe that Simmer, but quadra kill for Kindred's going to help her out. Oh my.
That's for sure.
Ooh, and a pent kill. You hate to see it, but
yes, that was a problem.
Yeah, that's a big fight that worked out where WMU had information that I think that Rumble was not there for that fight yet, because you were showing yourself bot lane, I think, and they saw, and knowing that this is the one time, this is where TP is useful, okay? Because we're at that phase right now where it won't matter if you ignite a tree that's level 13 and has this much health on his name. I don't know. I mean, the Veigar's worth nothing still, you know, but he's going. If the game keeps dragging past on, he's going to have enough Q on his name to be able to like do work. Ooh, J4 trying for the steal, but he's going to get stunned. Pike trying to get out, but he's going to be caught by the Veigar wall as well. And now Veigar's going to get himself on the board now, starting to get those kills. So yeah, things.
That was kind of sad as well because that was just a 50-50.
Things definitely quickly starting to fall control. Syndra trying to go for the 1v1 on yeah, look, like Raynamar is so good for the team. We just gotta like use the lead as much as we can. Maokai gonna be selfishly TPing here, but the cat wall will be enough to deter. And again, yeah, Raid Boss. He has only one kill on his name, like.
But he has a lot of magic resist.
So yeah, it's your gold. Your gold vending machine was Veigar. Like you had Syndra had a 4 gold on him. Like we're just literally like a cash bank right there. If Ezreal could have been able to get those kills or something, then that would definitely have helped things out. But it's tough in those situations. Like we had to be able to line it up with the Pike and Ezreal to make things work, and I don't think that it was able to work out for the best with those two in the bot lane together. I think a couple.
I mean, it's kinda.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. It's kind of hard. Well, it was kind of hard to get anything happening bot lane because of Nautilus just cancelling everything that Pike would want to do. And I think what we wanted to do in the game was to transition the lead of Syndra to the rest of the team, but we didn't really manage to get enough plays so far in our one. And in the end, it just gave us like more room to be able to get the ones, or like to be the ones catching her eventually. With well, Nautilus having a very easy time doing that because Clans can't help against his ult. So yeah, there were like those two fights, the one called Nash and the one a bit earlier in the mid lane, where when they could just reach Syndra like this and we couldn't really. Plus, I wasn't there.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think WMU's intention for this game was like to draft for the 5v5 fight, 100%. You have the tanks build up. You have Veigar build himself up with the AP. Like even. Because once he gets that Rabs on him, it's like, he hurts. Any Veigar 40 minutes into the game, no matter what happened to him, will hurt. Because
he'll be useful, for sure.
He'll be useful. You know. J4.
At least we still had Syndra stand out running him.
So IIT 4-man now at 26-10, going for trying to get the turrets. But J4 gonna try to go for the 1v1. Cats are going to say hi to him. Oh my god, those Baron minions are doing work.
Yeah, he wasn't looking to win that one. He was just like trying to get the market to say here.
Stop it, you know.
Yeah,
but
and also
IIT gonna be trying to roam their way through their own jungle, but are gonna be spotted out by some wards. Gonna be able to let WMU comfortably get the tier 2. IIT maybe looking for a dive? No. WMU gonna loot themselves right back around as they wait for the next wave, I believe. No, maybe not yet. Veigar going to be backing to finally get that Rabadon's on his hat. A second hat for his hat. He already wears a cap, so well, in this case, his skin is like a hood, so whatever.
I guess it never hurts to have more hats, you know?
It never hurts to have more hats, alright?
Exactly.
So Kindred looking unstoppable right now with 1,000 gold on her name. and
was a
WMU
very-
treating themselves to the blue buff here on Sivir. Raid boss here again with Beg for Mercy on with more cats. What is the cooldown on that? Literally, what is the cooldown? 60 seconds? Broken. It's literally broken.
He had 20%, so yeah, this month already, and
It's actually so good for Maokai here for his ult and his E. It's like he slows anyone down, and Nautilus hook is like one of the nuttiest hook ranges that exist. Like Blitzcrank hook is not nutty. Like you if you played enough League, you know the exact length of Nautilus hook, but like of Blitzcrank hook. But when you play against Nautilus hooks, it's like, did he really land that? Like, did he really land that? It's
I think confusing at the end, yeah.
anyway. Yeah, Draco pinging out that 1,000 gold bounty on Kindred. They want her.
We wanted to kill
you
her,
know,
but
they
the
want
issue
it,
is that
but
she's gonna.
with her ult and the rest of the team to follow up,
Yeah,
you know,
and the
because
walls as it followed her.
the dive potential is like in a 5v5 it's near impossible. IIT's IIT's damage source will not be able to get through that unbreakable, surmountable thing that we call Nautilus. Gonna get picked out, forcing the flash early. That's a rest in peace. Yeah, I don't know about the flash. Whatever.
you know, so
Sivir gonna be farming out nicely onto bot wave as we start knocking towards the first Intercom tower. Ezreal doing what he can, but IIT limited vision. The J4, holy heck!
I think quite a bit.
Snowdown even scared, putting out the heal of his own. Hope he doesn't regret that.
No, the hill was because we expected the sapling to reach.
Right. Yeah. Again,
I guess better safe than sorry.
it's one of those unpredictable.
Yeah.
The saplings are so weird. The mechanics, it's like, you know, can they at least have like the you know, like the zombie ward, it gives an aura, right? Like it gives an aura of like how much vision it actually covers, right? And then when you walk over it, they need to have that for the cats, so I just know like, can I just walk into range of it or not? Like, please. Like,
Nah, cats have to be unpredictable to be realistic.
what other like ability has the range to just home on you just because you get close to it?
I guess you could say the shackle boxes that just drop when you get close. But I think that's about it. But which are the ones that?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't have anyone in mind.
I very much dislike playing against Maokai. Is that like when there was that phase of Maokai support and he would just like put E's all the way in bot lane and just like litter them all over. It was the most frustrating thing. Rumble getting caught again. No flash this time. Forcing the ult out. Cataclysm. Not. Yeah. Pike going for a really hard dive, but IT's not there to respond as they get cut off. Finally coming in late, too late here. Gonna be keeping the backline away as IT's finally able to take down the raid boss. Getting a little bit of shutdown. Oh wait, his ult kills him. Nice.
Yeah, that was
I guess that works out evenly because it went 3 for 3. A little bit of slapdash fighting. Yeah, that's Raynamar being able to. Ooh, nice little EQ there to get the damage, but
sadly not able to pull off.
Not enough. That's the Void Staff would have maybe. I don't know. Yeah, because at this point, yeah, we've got the Spirit Visage and Adaptive on the Mao. He's gonna be looking at the Knight's Vow maybe, or Deadman's anytime soon. Nautilus with Knight's Vow and Zeke's. He's gonna be able to at least take the secondary brunt after the Maokai. So Ward's coming out now as the second Baron is up. Pike gonna be in a meeting Kindred, but gonna be getting himself out right now.
Yeah, we don't really want to get anywhere near that Kindred. But sadly, something has to be done about the Nash right now. And there wasn't really that much of a way to contest the vision back, because there's a full team with it. We still had vision in the mid thanks to that one control ward that wouldn't get disabled, but it was just a matter of time until they would get rid of it.
Definitely. Oh, Pike, no. No, Pike! Yeah. Cat's just going to zone out IIT all the way back to the Raptors. Maokai gonna be doing its work, and they have to go back to address the mid lane. Rumble, no vision here, left blind here is going to be called out here with the red buff, and 4 members of our WMU. Vagar not going to be taken low enough to die. Maokai going to have a buff, red buff on him that's going to be keeping him healthy. Oh my god, J4 trying. Well, he got it. Hey, and the Kai was breaks out. But the knock-up going to catch Ezreal. J4 now going to try to get his way out. So a good few picks there for the Hawks to kind of bring the game a little bit back in their favor. But still, Kindred's got that bounty. But she's going to have the GA on her to keep herself alive. Now we kind of start ourselves for a little bit of the Baron dance. This is where I fast forward because I remember this Baron dance like lasted 3 minutes of like, all right, let's lane, all right, let's vision, all right, let's lane, let's vision.
Probably, yeah. Still though, what happened right there was just like showcasing the importance.
I mean, there's no way you can do it. You can't do it while they're alive. 100%. You have no drakes.
That's the thing.
You only have 1 mountain.
Like,
Ezreal barely has any items to his face. It's like, it's tough.
But I mean, that's the action that happened.
Okay, Rumble getting the flash out. It's fine. Kindred was there, so you would have died for sure if you were still there. No control wards left though, except for the Rumble. Allows WMU to start, so 34-13, 34-14. Not going to have the J4 available to contest with the smite. Sivir going to be flashing herself right out to get to safety. And WMU walk away. Yeah, so just
with finish.
Yeah, IIT unprepared to be able to contest that with the strong vision control that they have. It's one of those things, it's like the only people that will be able to really have control wards in their inventory are Pyke, because support, but Ezreal needs to like as much gold as possible.
We also could have had some on Syndra because we don't need to keep the runs at this point. But just that one thing when Pyke and I got caught in the first place was just what it means to not have the Baron control. Because like when we tried to reclaim the vision,
right? Because WMU had knowledge that you guys didn't have the summoners after they initially like fought you guys out a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
And just like you have no clue what you're walking into.
IIT can't commit to this Elder Drag. They know it. If they commit, it's going to be taking a lot of health out of them. Vagar going to be pushing up the mid wave on his own. Doesn't even look like WMU really wants to do it themselves. So J4 and Ezreal going to be getting themselves around eventually. And now we have Baron knocking the door. Now the transition comes. So was the intention to try to fight the Elder Dragon for sure?
We had to notice it. Otherwise they were just going to have their 4-stack Elder Dragon.
Baron and 4-stack.
Baron.
So they had to try, okay.
Yeah, there was just that, but somehow getting to keep mid lane not pushing too much and also staying around the Elder to deter them from taking it whenever they would try.
True.
And that was just like wave by wave thing, and like each wave catches the Elder because they're gonna get somewhere.
Ooh, look at that. Okay, see that hook on J4 illegal. That should be illegal because that's the Nautilus hitbox that no one just understands. J4 gonna try it anyway, getting the Cataclysm, forcing the Kindred to flash out. He's gonna get instantly deleted. 2 GA still available. Meanwhile, Syndra gonna be looking at the Nautilus. They're gonna be able to get him down. Pyke gonna start getting, possibly gonna be getting himself turned on. He still has ult available, but one auto literally deletes almost all of his health. And I don't think IIT's got much left in the tank here at this point. Syndra and Ezreal, flash coming in for Kindred. Heal coming out for Ezreal. GA gonna be used, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Syndra gonna try her best though. The ult though gonna just keep her enough. And Maokai
being
Maokai. Way up. Maokai being Maokai gonna be getting the cleanse. Getting like Ren tried so hard. I felt so bad. It's like, look at this. It's like we have the ability to play around him, but he, you know, he has the tanks in his face, right? Like, it's definitely understandable. Like, he can't access the backline. Like, the only people that have access are J4 and Pyke, and they're not healthy enough to be able to do anything because they've all built full AD. Like J4 full AD, and that's good because he has to try to burst them down as fast as possible.
Yeah, that actually quite a lot of work the employee J4 because otherwise nobody. I mean, even if you have a tank J4, the rest of the team, even if he dives in, we are still not going to be able to reach. So he would just die alone and not have the damage to do anything. So at this point, he was full AD. We saw in a few games that he could take out some targets like just on his own. that helped a bit, but yeah, just Kindred herself was. I mean, if you go on her, she still has the ultimate, she still has the GA, she also has a lot of fighting by herself, so that was a bit too much.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And yeah,
you're right.
Syndra herself can't get past the tanks. She isn't really good to deal with tanks anyway.
Yep, I'm looking at game 2 actually. So the first, oh shoot, it doesn't show first picks, does it? Oh crap! It only shows me first pick. It only shows me the first bans. But yeah, I definitely looking at the stats. 19% damage here from Snowdown. 23% for Sivir. Kindred with 30%. Draco with 19%. Yeah, it's like IIT had the advantage with the mid lane, even with the 4 shutdowns on the Veigar.
Yeah, but we just didn't really use it.
I don't know. Can Syndra look at a comfortable 1v2 situation if they were trying to match Nautilus for Sivir? I think that's tough though.
No, I think 1v2 is way too hard because you just
spell
get
shield.
Maybe
if Pyke was with her and then let Ezreal go with the Veigar alone bot lane. I think he did though. No,
I think that was too risky.
They did do that. Ezreal, I remember after the first turret, Veigar went
bot
and Ezreal was there,
point.
so it was the right thing. I just don't think that Ezreal was confident in taking the 1v1 situation, maybe, but
yeah, I think just the main issues were coming from these 2 times when we had a fight going on mid lane because we didn't respect the lack of vision we had, and so we just got flanked twice.
Textbook snowball game.
And then just like the fact that we, because of all this happening, we couldn't hold the vision on Nash, and so whenever we want to contest the vision, we just wouldn't know where the enemies would be, and like every ward you place is a risk of dying, even if you have the full team there.
Yep,
so
I agree.
That was just totally being snowballed on.
This is one of those games where it's like that's where the team play of what separates like the solo queue madness to 5-man.
Even
vision control, team comp, focus down like Raynamar, J4 synergy. It's good to get those shutdowns, but to be able this is like having to be able to translate those leads or trying to be more secure in objective control with especially vision in its name. It's definitely tougher.
Also, one other thing that changed a lot with competitive is that you can actually communicate which sides of the map you want to play on, especially at the beginning. When you know that you have one side that's winning, you can communicate that the rest of the map does not need to play up, doesn't need to try to get leads themselves, because the rest of the map is going to win. And that is something that we try to do, because like we had a lot going on in the mid lane, and we had a big lead creating the mid lane, so we didn't have to risk anything on the other side. But I also like played a bit too far a few times, which is why
a couple of misplacements for you for sure. You had the trying to keep
the flash that you saw, like, for example.
A couple of bad assumptions on the Kindred locating, and then
that too.
Getting caught in jungle twice definitely helped. Swing things back in WMU's favor, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right.
About the picks, I think the first pick was Sivir.
Yeah.
Then we went for Pyke, Jarvan, then they got Nautilus. Kindred.
I think a more aggressive ADC would have definitely worked better, because if IIT was able to have the damage to take down the front line faster, it might have been able to help out, but I don't know. It's that's one of those things where it's like in the pick ban. I don't think this game was like the game's already decided in Champ Select. I think IIT definitely had the potential to make this comp work if we were able to just translate our leads the way that we needed to, and then a little bit of better team play for some of those objectives for game 2. All right,
but still though, we can like launch the third one. But
I'll load up
the last thing I wanted to say was that we knew that the Pyke pick wasn't good, because we actually knew that the support was a Nautilus player, so we shouldn't have played Pyke knowing that we were going to face the Pyke, and Rom would have been a lot better. Rom was up, so we actually realized during the game that we should have just gone for Rom instead, but
Braum would definitely have been good to keep back those Kindred ults for sure, but I don't think they they didn't ban it, if I'm not mistaken.
They didn't. We could have gone for it, and also just we would have a lot more pressure in the bot lane with Braum instead of Pyke, because like no matter what Pyke's try to do against Nautilus, you can't do anything. He's tankier, and you don't really want to grab him. He offers more CC, and Pyke has more damage, but you can't really use that damage in Nautilus lane, and also Sivir can just spell shield some things.
Right.
Which
Yeah, the
Nice
Nautilus
way,
will
yeah.
always be on top of a tank or on top of a carry. Like you're not going to be able to isolate
Yeah.
someone with the Pyke. Like Pyke is really good for. He definitely craps on mages. Tanks is tougher. Like it's you have to either wait for the tank to use everything and then you go on his Pyke because tanks have the ability to against Pyke to like wait out his abilities. If Pyke misses his stuff, then he's like effed because he's probably eat himself right in front of a tank, and that's not all.
Yeah.
So he gets an auto, so you're stunned, and then he has his hook follow up, and then he has his E. Like you're gonna be staying in one place for a while, buddy. So yeah, it's not definitely
Yeah.
definitely Pyke the bot lane matchup comp pick questionable for sure, but I don't think IIT. If I was remembering like when you guys were on stream and were like debating about picks, we didn't seem too confident about what we really wanted to be playing for the bot lane. So, you know, when the timer winds down,
Yeah.
it's just like, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna go with what I think. So
Yeah, that's true.
that's why we need the coaches and analysts to be there in the champ select with you guys. But moving ourselves to game 3 here. Yeah, we have got a little bit of variety going on here now. So Sivir Nautilus going to be used again here for WMU here on the red side now. So going to see if they can be using, seeming like they were comfortable with game 2's outcome, so they want to be emulating that again. Meanwhile, we got the Lucian Thresh here. Level 2 is nasty for those guys, and even the lore, though they don't like each other, they work really well together. So, thanks, Ryan. We have the Camille here for the jungle, and that's definitely a Draco signature pick that we've seen in a couple of games before. We have the Alawi, and we have the Alawi here for Narellen, because most notably he. Ooh, wait, hold on. Flash play from the Sivir. Ooh, one more auto. Thresh almost kill steals. Sorry. And Nautilus going to be able to rumble himself out. Anyway, but yeah, most notably for this game 3, I think they banned out all top champs. So I think that was.
No, that was something else. The thing is, in this game 3, they had to use a placeholder pick because.
Oh, okay. So they actually did have legit bans, but this time they just like memed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then we went to the second champ select to get the serious bans. But then Draco had a back screen.
I see.
So we had to go to the third champ select and then we just roll back.
Do you remember what were the bans that they had brought out, or no?
That's a good question. ModernLegacy for sure.
Mordekaiser for sure, yeah. Okay.
Then I think Syndra.
Was there a Braum ban?
Yes, Braum was banned. Who would have done Prime otherwise.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise we knew that Thresh was the better option against this. But then
yeah, just
so,
IIT definitely starting
Syndra.
IIT definitely starting themselves out better here with the first blood, getting the Nautilus to use his exhaust already in a 2v2 matchup. So, but here in the top lane we have Camille versus Olaf. Here is going to be comfortable. Oh my lord, the Q follow up there to get the a nice buff on her name. She's going to get the double buff reset on her. IIT again still hungry for blood. Literally Lucian dashing right in the face, but that's actually going to be taken really close. The heal gonna be enough to get her out. Gonna be forcing the flash. Orianna gonna be here to follow up.
TP.
Dude, oh my god, you should have. Okay, they should have played it to follow up with Sivir. She was so close. If they just like forced 2 autos, that would have been the kill for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
That's where you need the support to be like, you know what? If my ADC's going down, I'm going down with it. And then it's like,
I mean, in the end, I was still went for one with an Orianna TP use. So
yeah,
that was a bad trade.
They do win out for 1-for-1, getting Vladimir to get a comfortable CS to himself. But Ori with the kill, you know, Orianna has always been a problem for IIT and just in general problem for 5v5 kind of like competitive play. Camille though gonna be helping out, good guy
damage
to help out Lucian to get the W kill secure here.
Obviously Lucian did everything that kill.
Yes. The all chat question mark? Excuse me? Why are we all chatting?
I think that was because Casey was he used his mastery mode or something.
Oh, mastery.
I think that was the reason, but
that's sanctioned by Riot. That's allowable, by the way. So we're allowed to.
I know, but I mean, you know, if you look back at the first game, we had like 2 minutes of constant all chats.
It's banter. This is Midwest banter, right? This is why
Exactly.
the Northwest is the most competitive and also the most toxic region of all.
There we go. I mean, it's also past elimination anyway, so we didn't really
Yeah,
mind
IIT
that
just
much.
ready.
We just wanted the games.
IIT this time around playing much more aggressively, pushing their leads as much as they can. Camille here hovering around for a gank. Don't think WMU has the lead on it. Wouldn't this be one of those ones where you just like thresh walk up W Lantern? Maybe here? No.
Yeah,
Looks
they
like she's
could
gonna
have.
go back to Krugs.
But to be fair, well,
Alawi
that
in the
was-
face,
that was-
flashing in for the Scion. Oh my lord. Ah! Auto miss. Ah! That was a misplay,
Yeah.
right? I don't think you intended to.
Yes.
Okay.
Without the cancel, he was.
Okay.
Without the cancel, I was spamming.
I think you would have been able to get out
Also-
with the cancel. But Olaf coming down
Yeah.
here. That's a Nautilus with a hook at the red.
Wait.
Actually, he doesn't have it ready. Oh, running right into. He did. Okay, Nautilus did not have hook. That's why I think you guys win that. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah.
Sivir again just be able to escape with this on the skin of her teeth.
Barely can.
Predator Olaf lol.
Yeah,
Because
Ori's
Ori's
as
here. Hi there. Using a
But then we have a
nice
second TB.
6-man on herself, but that's gonna be enough. The fight right here, and it's a bloodbath. Sivir still able to get herself out with the heal. Alright, this Sivir's a KDA player 100%, dude.
I mean, he's an ADC, so.
You see your Ori go in that ham, you're right there with her. But and
Yeah.
and you get the 2-man, it's
Taking
like
one for the team.
this works out really well. But this time, this time around, Renamar for the first time I think having TP at his disposal here. So going for the 5-man team play. I like to see it. WMU respectively also going for the 5-man team comp. So it looks like both sides were ready to take this seriously. The 1v1 here is on the top lane. Resident Sleeper full like
Yeah, that was
15 minions. I think you were just trying to go for trades.
Speculation.
I think you're
Yeah,
just
the thing is, I was gonna if I hadn't died just at that moment, I was gonna heal back up with the tactical proc on the spirit.
Sure.
I was gonna define, and I was actually maybe going to win the trade as crazy as it looks, but there was just
yeah, it's just you haven't
Just
backed
a
yet.
minute,
Scion
Shepard.
already had the Bambi Cinder
and importantly my ult was done, which means that I can't block his ult because it makes me ignore the CC for like half a second.
Sure.
So I can just use it to block his ult, but he was on cooldown. Actually, I just thought again about it, but about the attack cancel that was that happened during dive. I'm just thinking that it might have been one specific bug. I need to look back into it, but if that's the case, I have an excuse.
Okay.
There was something going on with Conqueror, so I just need to double check that one.
Olaf
But
gonna
yeah,
be
that was
clearing
fun.
out the scuttle. Lucian, come up here. Don't let Olaf take it. Where's the ping coming out? Flay it. Alright. Looking like IIT able to
Oh.
secure the scuttle for
Yeah.
themselves, so
As long as Thresh stays above the Scuttle Crab is always gonna move down and never gonna try to move towards Thresh. So as long as Power was staying there, the Crab was always gonna stay bot side, not.
see when I'm jungling,
go back towards the left.
when I jungle the scuttle, my job is to push him into the dragon pit. It's like herald him
Yeah.
right inside there. Especially if there's not especially if the dragon's not alive too. If you have
Yeah.
if you try to use abilities that like actually like have AoE and
Yeah, that
wakes
is
up the dragon.
that is not what you want.
That's a big rip. But
Yeah.
game
Otherwise, just push it to
slowing
the
down a
middle.
little bit. Lots of action that we've been seeing. The bot line Snowdown Arcade here with a 700 gold bounty onto his name. So yeah, once the level 6s are at their ready, which they are, we're gonna be probably seeing some more fighting going on. Draco gonna be starting up the dragon, and it's another Cloud Drake, so no one cares. That's some
Better go fast.
unlucky RNG, dude.
Yeah, I think that one was like three clouds per second.
How useful is Cloud here for this comp?
I mean, it always has like.
Okay, wait, hold on.
The
Oh, well played play
Sensible.
to be able to get. But Camille gonna be diving balls deep for that Sivir. She's gonna be able to stay
Yeah.
alive. Lucian with his culling, gonna be able to get himself the
the
2 kills. Beg for Mercy taken pretty low, but able to keep himself just alive as they're able to take down the Alawi here. Draco gonna be trying to take the Krugs, but he's one auto away from dying, so he's gonna
Just
back
don't
out.
fight.
Ori now
He can kill the bot lane,
transitioning
but not the
herself.
Crux.
Okay, yeah. WMU though responding in kind though with the objectives, knowing that Camille had showed her face. Going to be going for the Rift Herald.
Yeah.
That will definitely be helping things out with objective control.
Just goes nice.
Alright, this is where I fast forward because no one wants to watch Rift Herald. IIT bot lane, trying to get some turret plating down. Vladimir trying to get some... Nothing happens. So, Herald at Olaf's disposal. He's got a redemption of all things.
Yeah,
wait, that's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. Nope, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's just my season 4 mindset, dude. It's just these things don't exist.
I know.
In my head.
It's
Alright.
always feels weird to see Olaf not go for the full damage, just weird items instead.
Exactly. But Olaf Camille gonna be meeting each other head to head. They want to look fighting, but Beg for Mercy gonna fall down to the 1v1 despite the 4 deaths on Nyrelan's name. Olaf gonna be rumbling his way around to get the Raptors and Krugs. No, he's gonna be looking for the gank. Gonna be spotted out with the Predator and the Tribush Redemption falling in place. Gonna be landing to land himself a neat little auto. And that was, he roamed all the way for that. That's unlucky. IIT though gonna try to push their lane, getting a hook here onto the Nautilus. Knock up here. Culling gonna be used. Getting the Nautilus really low. Okay, going back to 1x speed. I'm at 13:04. 05. Gonna be getting the first turret eventually, and that's partly due to the Herald, but yeah, the deaths that you had, I think,
that was when
CS.
Olaf killed me afterwards. He just put the Herald and kept pushing the Sion.
So WMU instantly transitioning Ori here as well inside the blue jungle here for IIT. Nerel's still looking for 1v1. Not confident about that.
That was a bit more than 1v1 though.
1v3.
I was just like trying to do something about the third that was gonna get taken as well.
I mean, of all, you are literally the Mordekaiser King. You know how nasty, like those kind of how that combo is of laying like 3, your dragon, your herald. It's like it's unstoppable. So you gotta.
Right. Well, I mean, the herald itself doesn't damage me. It's just that shouldn't really have been taking
solo
that
queue.
fight. That's harder.
Solo queue thought. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Especially
I mean, also.
Okay, go ahead.
Alawi thoughts, I would say, because like Alawi is probably the queen of 1v2s, but
sure, but
I think my ult was just barely down still.
It was a 1v2.5 pretty much though. Draco gonna be caught out here with no vision here in the blue jungle, and they're gonna be helping themselves to that blue buff. So yeah, this is where the lead is now in Lucian's favor. I swear to God, if KC doesn't carry games, he doesn't like to win. You heard it from me first, okay? I kid, but I also slightly don't at the same time. It's like,
well, I mean, that
unironically
really
mean
likes.
that. I unironically.
Nobody really likes winning without doing anything.
Hello, I play support. It's like the #1 role. I can just take
You play
credit
bad,
for
you play to the damage.
Exactly. I'm doing things. I'm doing things to help others. That's how you have to think about it. That's what the Sivir mentality for this game was. It's like, it's okay. I'll just wave clear. I'm useful.
Doing things better than dying. Well, I mean, that is fair for Sivir at least.
Yeah, as we're transitioning ourselves to the mid game here with a couple of turrets down. Hold on, Nerel looking for the 1v2. Ooh, went in for the auto, but you get caught by the turret. And yeah, that sign's not going down anytime. But forcing out the Olaf flash, good.
That was sadly missing my E when Olaf came in. Otherwise, I think the fight was making but without the E, it's kind of a different story.
WMU is they enjoy playing the 2 tank comp for sure. Just a standard 5v5.
They do.
It's
even triple in that case because that's the Sion Olaf.
But it's better here. See, like now when you have the Lucian, it's like you just give him the armor pen. He'll be just just fine.
Yeah, this time we had something. Also, Vladimir.
Sion gonna be running his way right to the trying to get the hook, but that's gonna be a death thresh, unfortunately. Without, he had flash, I think, just didn't want to use it.
Yeah.
But
that was because the Sion thresh was just outside of the bush, so Sion arrived in and collided without ever being seen before. So he had 0 time to react between the. I mean, he had no moment to see the Sion before the impact.
Before the impact,
right?
sure. Yeah, there's no vision in our river right now because the Camille has been spending her time a lot inside the enemy jungle, so hasn't bothered
Yeah.
doing anything past that. But getting ourselves,
Even though we expected him to come there, it's just like about knowing exactly when he was gonna be there.
of course.
And since he was just barely outside of the bush, there was no time to see him before.
Sure. Objective-wise,
That was-
looking like top's about to fall down here with this wave. Mid looking like they want to be doing something. Thresh gonna be coming out with the sight, getting a nice little hook there, but he's gonna be flashing the Nautilus. Nautilus gonna be flashing right out. Doesn't look like he wants to take that fight against a very large Lucian with 950 gold shut down. Simmer gonna be back in, no mana, just trying to wave clear what she can do. Lucian gonna be meeting this bot wave. Okay, so IIT not ready to take a fight mid lane because her Lucian's not here.
Yeah, Lucian is the one having all the gun lead.
Let's see what we do.
Having 3,000, like being 2,000.
Okay, so Olaf gonna be coming around. Predator gonna be used initially. Narellen caught in a tight spot, gonna be starting to chunk down the Sion first. He's gonna be left alone, but the gonna be able to capture Olaf in place. Sion gonna be flashing out. Not sure about that, but all right, it works. But meanwhile, Thresh can be caught right here against the Sivir Nautilus, but that's not gonna be enough damage to follow through. Hook from the flash with Poro Detector, but he has no one to respond to that call because Lucian is taking the turret, which apparently is more important for us. IIT though gonna be heralded right back to tier 2, and they're gonna be cleaned up by this Orianna, and that's not gonna help her. Not gonna help things for IIT. Not sure about that play.
Just
feeling like WMU came out on top with that, especially with the kills that they put it on.
We had split focus during the fight, so it couldn't really work because we had like 3 people going top lane. No, 2 people going like to dive top lane. I was still focusing.
Well, it's partly due to like where IIT was going. Okay, hold on. I think Stone gets a catch with Sivir. Forcing to flash out redemption. The call! Gonna be enough to get the kill. Going 1 for 1 and flashing out. You autoed the grab. Why? If he didn't auto the grab, I swear if he didn't auto the grab, I think he would have gotten away. Because the heal would have been getting him out of Ori Ridge, and he might have had the. Oh, that's unlucky. Well, it is what it is. Or if he, well, he passed himself close to the bush. I don't know if Ori range would have reached, but that's a tough call to make. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he was gonna reach. Not entirely sure, but I think he was going to. But yeah, Ori just got a few kills.
Either way, yeah. So that's gonna definitely help the Ori though, because that's even more shutdown gold for her. Because yeah, let's take a look. Yeah. All of those kills in the tier 2s is putting her at 3.4k gold lead above Vlad. And Vlad's not doing bad. Like he's not doing bad, but it's just these kills going to Ori, it's like making it.
She was pretty much a monster by that point.
Making it annoying for IIT. So I don't think it's necessarily IIT has a problem with Ori. I just feel like they had a problem handling the Ori in this situation because of how all the resources were going to her. Yeah, Protector already going to get instantly a 3rd chunk, trying to respond with a hook of his own. Laying some IIT dominance there, being like, you know what? Try me.
This is our domain.
Rift Scuttle going to be floating around here as the Baron is going to be spawning in 5 seconds, but IIT going to be trying to get it for themselves. Making sure that they can keep it out, because, yeah, against WMU, apparently, we just have a very bad history of trying to get first Barons. I don't know. And then we have a really good reputation when it comes to first breaks in our cloud. So, but
we didn't get Nash in this. Well, so far we haven't gotten Nash in the series. I don't have that really continues afterwards, but I think they got every single national so far.
Beg for Mercy and Narellen trading blow for blow here. But Olaf's not going to be far away here, but I don't think he has Predator follow-up. Camille going to be showing her face, but doesn't look like they want to be following up anymore. The turret for IIT here in the mid finally falling down. But yeah, WMU with a large amount of vision control here in the Baron River here. Just one IIT Lone Ward and the Scuttle helping out. But that's going to be good for them as they've shown themselves top, letting Lucian take care of Drake solo. Vladimir going to be caught in a tight spot as he has to force himself to pull out, but he's going to be slowed down and going to be instantly taken out. Camille not even going to be approaching herself for that. At that point, I don't know. Yeah, at that point it's just like Vlad just like wait tier 2 because bait them to not go down to us.
Yeah, there wasn't much that was supposed to be done right there. we got the Drake, which is something that
that's
yeah,
all we should be looking for, you know. But Draco gonna be
Yeah.
hovering around trying to see which lane he wants to set himself for. But WMU is setting up a lot of vision, going in for the Ori, but she's gonna be instantly hooked. That doesn't work out in their favor at all. Another misplay there.
Things were falling apart a bit because they were pushing on all three sides, and we didn't really have any way to contest any side because we couldn't find ways to put the right people on steering.
Well, that's partly due to the vision control, you know. You gotta be because they can keep track of you because of the objectives that you guys focused on. It's like you've lost all of your vision because they've been just roaming around in your jungle, clearing out everything. You know? So we don't know what to do.
Yeah, but I think at some point at this point there was something else because that. Even if we had ideal vision, I don't think we would have been able to set good matches because
I think the objective should have been fight anywhere where Ori isn't. That's literally what I've said. So she's showing herself mid lane. If Camille tried to force something against the Sion, like Sion doesn't hurt. He just is tanky, right? But we couldn't really kill him at this point of the game. Exactly. And Siva could just run away with her ults. So that was a bit of a that phase. We didn't really see how to answer the push on the mid bot and top lane at the same time. But yeah, those were still turrets that are pretty easy to take, the inner turrets, not like the base ones. Yep, so we're now into the about 2250 right now. WMU with a little bit of a lead, pretty much all on their Ori. But yeah, keeping ourselves in mind of the gold lead, it's about like vice versa for mid and bot, so you know.
Yeah.
Support has a little bit of a lead, pretty much dead even with the top lanes. Olaf with a little bit of his own. Yeah.
No, it was just about the team combos right there. Because Vladimir hadn't reached a point where he had quite enough damage yet, and
definitely.
Oriana was already like
three items,
big strength,
three AP items, yeah.
Yeah.
1v1 coming up again here, but Protector here to try to see what he can do to help out. Hook not gonna land.
That him is coming as well.
It's gonna be having an Olaf come. They want to commit really hard apparently for this 1v2. Gate gonna be pushed down, not gonna help. The Lantern here to help out to get. Why do you want? Okay. Trying to force themselves out for. Ooh, a nice jump to avoid the Ori ult. Actually, well played from Draco there. Trying to see what he can do. Protector flashing himself in, but he's going to be met with a huge Nautilus. Meanwhile, though, IIT is able to kind of delay things a little bit to get themselves to get the kill onto the Sivir, I believe, on the 2v1 situation.
I think at this, I don't exactly remember what was happening just a second ago, but I think I was starting back to use my E because there was one moment when I couldn't run.
Okay.
I don't remember why exactly.
Okay.
And in the end, it didn't turn out.
Maybe it was just like to try to keep them at bay because we know everyone's coming up and just try to force a mid lane because Lucian wasn't there. I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't think it was because of Lucian because we didn't really take that into account too much. But I think it was because I don't remember for what reason, but I thought I couldn't escape, so I just went to get the spirits to get some health back. And in the end, well, that deal damaged them, and that allowed us to get the shutdown arena, which was the equivalent of 3 kills.
Yep.
So that was something at least.
Yep. All right, gonna fast forward a little bit as we were taking a little bit ourselves into a pause here. Don't have much happening. IIT just trying to set up a double control ward in the Baron pit. Olaf gonna be clearing out some camps. WMU's turn now to look at taking. Nope, not going to be clearing the Baron because now they don't want to be giving any more free drags. This is going to be an Ocean to definitely help out for sustain. IIT with 2 Oceans already into their name. Does Draco commit for this? He does, but he flashes out.
But then,
IIT ready to follow up though at 26-23, 26-24. He will walk back out. So good objective secured there for WMU. Okay, go back fast forward. I don't think anything happens. Blah blah blah. Clearing out some more vision. Push down lane. Looking like I want to go for Baron, but I'm not really.
Trying to set a trap, but then nothing happens.
Narellen taking the scenic route to get back. Some pings coming out. W putting their own vision. Ping's coming out for IIT though, as they know that WMU is misplaced here. So I guess Nairel went to 200 IQ, played to shepherd everyone away from each other. Gonna be running into the Olaf with a exposed inhib. Redemption gonna be placed on the Olaf for no reason. I don't know why you do that. But looks like WMU wants to commit to the fight. Thresh gonna be the one to first take the brunt. Camille going for the 1v1 on the Ori. A nice ult, but she is gonna actually get captured by the Ori ult this time. Lantern to help her get out. Gonna be getting the first kill here onto the Nautilus. Inhib now down. Ori's still healthy. Sivir initiates with her ult, but I don't think WMU wants to follow up anymore because the Sivir is too, Ori is too low, excuse me. So yeah, Draco definitely at a position where he has the tunnel vision, which works out well in this case because he is able to take on the Ori 1v1, and honestly his kit is the only one besides Vlad maybe that is able to dodge the Ori ult because of his ult, and then Vlad has his pool. So if you can outplay it, of course. Vladimir is not in a situation where he can do that because he doesn't have enough items. Narrow trying to force out his ult, trying to keep himself healthy, but Ori's going to actually get that kill eventually. Sivir, dead fodder at this point, 1, 7, and 8. Lets Lucian get the kill. Ori is really the one that we need to be setting our sights for IIT. Draco though, going to get himself out. Vlad going to be taking a Scion axe in face, but he'll be fine. So yeah, that kind of works out in IIT's favor. We played for the inhib, got a kill for the Lucian.
Got the top threat as well.
Yeah, and now, you know, after IE for Lucian, can start looking at some armor pen. You know, IIT's comp working out itself nicely. Thresh with the Lantern available to help get the Camille out from Ori. Yeah, definitely.
And also about Olaf's Redemption, I guess junglers aren't used to use it as much as the spots are.
Yeah, I mean, the Olaf just used it straight up from the beginning, which does nothing. So, if he had it earlier for the sustain after the initial push, and then they used it with Sivir, ult or something, that could definitely have made things work in their favor for sure. Because that would definitely have worked out, in their favor.
That is not what happened.
Ping's coming out for the Baron dance again, though, and this is where I go for the fast forward because I don't think anything happens again for like another minute or so. Narrow trying to chunk down, get the effect onto the sign, but that's not going to do much. Just free 5-fold. Or going to be getting the blue buff on her own. Ping's coming out. IIT wants to do Baron. This is like, if we knew where the Ori was, maybe try to force it, but they don't have to. We
actually knew that she was there, but the thing is we couldn't actually take it down fast enough. So we just, instead of just adding Baron, we just went for the vision because she was gonna arrive anyway, and like we couldn't finish it fast enough.
Alright.
We can also like try to
getting ourselves to 3106. Sion going to be initiating with his ult, forcing out 3 members. Ori ult not really going to be connecting with them too much, but oh my god, so much damage there from her is going to be taken out. Alawi and Thresh instantly. Lucian putting a lot of focus here onto the Sion. This is where things got really interesting. Camille getting the knockup, not able to actually follow up with her E. Lucian there doing work to get the Sivir down, but again, she's cannon fodder, doesn't help anything at all. Forcing the flash out and the board, but that's going to be deterring with the Q on the Ori, forcing the flash out from Camille, but a little bit of miscoordination, and the blue buff on the Ori with her ability CD cooldown is going to help. So, yeah, for sure.
That was actually in the fight. There was one little thing that jumped a lot, which was that when I went to the fight to ult onto everyone, my flash, Ori flashed away that same moment and just got out of the range of anyone, and so she was able to attack the front line without taking anything back. Because of that,
IIT wanting to continue to fight. Camille available with another ulto on Ori is going to cool down. LoL, blue buff, LoL, and that's going to just try to delay the Inferno, I guess, but at this point it's just formality because he's going to go down anyway. Another kill going to Ori, 1k bounty back on her head again now, as she is humongo with a 6k gold lead, 6.7k gold lead, and Lucian only has a 4.4k gold
But
lead.
this is where I have to point out the interesting thing that we noticed at pretty much at the same time in the game, which was that Sivir at this point of the game did not have an Infinity Edge.
A what?
She did not have an Infinity Edge 33 minutes in.
An Infinity Edge?
So,
set?
Yeah. She had like 3 crit items, but didn't go for that one. So that means that she was still very
cannon
limited
fodder.
in kind of age, and Orianna was really still the only threat of that team. But with 3 tanks to protect her, it was we could kill her twice so far, but
Yep, so I
reaching her
trade
was
out
still-
the Infernal Drake for the Baron. Orianna using her TP to help secure that quickly enough. So 33, 19, 33, 20. WMU with about 4k to their name. Looking to see what they can do with the Baron now. Olaf going to be pushing it, starting it off by pushing it down here mid.
Still not much happening. I see.
Yeah, ping's coming out as looking like as they want to do a 2-man approach, focusing here, 2-lane approach, focusing here on the mid and top. Top lane has got a slow push coming in, but it's not going to be enough. Likely to have anything converge. Now here comes division check. IIT coming in from behind, going to be caught out by the lines, but looking like they don't want to contest. But IIT's looking like they want to maybe try it again. Wait, no, Thresh is going to actually be caught out. I thought you guys were going to try to contest for the inhib, but there's no way you can base race, so I don't know. That's the one where we don't need to do anything except clear waves, not go into our own jungle. There's nothing there I need.
Yeah, the idea with doing Nautical was to replace our vision there, because everything was going to happen on the bot side, so you need to put some wards there. But
so that Nautilus is going to be nicely big with that Elixir of Iron to help him out. Sustain. Merylin grabbing out the Sivir. The tentacles maybe helping out, do some damage, I don't know. Barely anything on the Olaf. Lands 1.
Yeah.
That's it.
Very slightly on
Sion going to be pushing the wave on his own, but looks like WMU is getting the objective they need. They just want the inhib and they are out. Going to be leaving Camille looking out here. Interesting that she went for... Nah, no, she went for red build. A little bit of tanking here.
Yeah. Then she was going to try to go for what, Ninja to
Flash
help
not going to be landing here onto the... Not here. WMU looking strong here as they push out 4 members here. Sivir finally coming in, and it's enough to keep them at bay. Merylin here hiding in the bush trying to see if they can get anything. Not going to be landing it. Thresh also not going to be landing. Looking like they want to be dealing with a 1v1 situation to let the Sion deal with the Alawi on its own. But IIT definitely needs Alawi in the fight to be able to take the brunt of that Ori damage.
Yeah.
You didn't build any MR here, did you?
Not yet. I was about to. Like, I had some just around looking because I had the Sterex and just half.
IIT getting a hook on Nautilus, not able to respond, but looking like they're finally able to get a little bit of damage onto the Sion, but he's got the Warbox, so I don't know how useful that will be. Redemption going to help.
No, he's like,
Redemption going to top
him, which is gonna
WMU's numbers off. And at this point, now the Super Minion is starting to grow past here to IIT's gate, and at this point, WMU just trying to slowly just kind of dwindle IIT's chances for just increase the gold lead where they can.
Yeah.
Inhib turret here mid going to fall. Sion already back to full health as we saw most of Malawi's work gated at this point. Getting the hook onto the Sion. IIT not looking like they want to commit yet. Rainamar trying to do what he can. Merylin getting nothing with his what's the ability called again? Is he Test of Spirit?
Test of Spirit, yeah, right. I was trying to remember, but not fast enough. In the end though, they didn't take the mid and inhib, which is not too bad considering that they lost the Nash by this time.
Yep,
so they managed to take 1 inhib and 1 turret.
2 inhibs.
Well, 2 inhib turrets.
No, you're right.
No,
1 inhib,
so.
1 inhib, 2 inhib turrets, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So not
really ideal, but...
Not ideal, but gives IIT at least playing room to be able to make a comeback. Because even though it looks dire, IIT's not too far behind with only maybe a 4k gold lead, which is good. And as we know, as according to TSM's fan, if you have a lead at 40 minutes and you're not doing anything with it, then you're doing something wrong. So that's already giving the storyline for IIT to have the redemption that they need. Mid lane dance happening again.
Just trying to get some ease
trying
up
to
into
keep
some run
testing those spirits.
Yes.
But looking like WMU is ready to fight for this inhib turret, and I think this is where a fight happens. So keeping ourselves in mind. Thresh coming around here, not going to be landing a hook, going to be getting a minion instead. Merylin coming in from the other side, going to be getting its first test of spirit onto Olaf, flashing itself in, trying to force itself onto Ahri. II ready to follow up, still facing it, getting a 3-man knockup onto Ahri. Ahri's all the way here in the backline, calling from the snow, not going to be coming out here. No, flash coming in from the Vladimir, going to be capturing the Sivir, and IIT ready to respond. Ult going to be used here from Camille, going to be following it up. Sion going to have to flash himself out. I don't know why Lucian went for that, but he should have kept on the Sion. But pings coming out for IIT as Chaos credits. 2 super inhibs here.
Oriana was just because she was really scary and we didn't want
to. It's a risky, yeah, it's a risk. You just secure it at this point. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
It's understandable. But I think you would have been fine with Camille. They had already, you should already have known that she had summoners. But IIT gonna have to quickly address the situation, so we now have 3 supers going in for the Nexus turret. Camille, good guy, or excuse me, good girl, gonna be helping, or she's not even, she's like half human or whatever, half Piltover. There you go. Gonna be keeping the last Nexus turret at a little under 1600 health. Gonna be a 2-man Elder Dragon here, and that's Elder Dragon definitely gonna be helping out for IIT if they get it.
Especially with the
4 Drakes to their name here. Camille gonna secure it with the Smite. Not sure if she's gonna have the Smite ready for Baron if they work for it. But again,
well, in the end, it chance, but because
for the trade, I don't think IIT is ready to go top lane, looking like they can't contest it anymore. They don't want to go for it. Ori has her TP to get herself right back to the front, so that will be another secure there.
Stay out of base because of the minions.
Ori at already level 18, she is huge, but Vladimir is there to be able to handle the Sivir, thankfully, as we saw in the last fight. So, alright, I think there's like a solid 5 minutes of no fighting right now. After this, it's like no one wants to do anything. We got our buffs. It's like a stalemate. It's like we're looking at each other. I got my stuff. I got my stuff.
It's like,
you're not going to do anything.
We're trying to do whatever we can to get an engage. Oh, it's your fault. We spend like 30 seconds with the trap.
Yeah, it's, at this point, it's just trying to get like just whatever items you need for that one more fight, right? So trying a little bit of a cheese here by the Raptors to see if anyone comes around. Was that the call? Was it like if we can find someone? It was like we had a wall outside and we were expecting them to push because at the the thing is, it's like you lack. Okay, well, you only have 1 ward here placed on the mid lane, and it's by the tier. One turret.
Just because we wanted to see them pass by so that we know when we're gonna engage.
I normally put mine right in the center of mid lane here, but IIT now, even with the no Baron buff, is going to be pushing themselves right into at WMU's face here. Yeah,
the other call was that they have the Nash House and we have the Dragon buff, which is shorter, and it was about to expire. So we really wanted to force an engage to force something going.
So you were confident in the 5v5 fight?
Yeah, I mean we had to take it because that was when we had a 4-stack Dragon buff, so we wanted to take that
so that's like the only situation where we have the best stats, essentially? Kind of thing? Okay.
And also we wanted to force them on the back foot while they had the Nash, because otherwise we're gonna, afterwards we're just going to lose our buff, they're going to keep theirs, and they can just like push with the Dragon buff, with the Nash buff, without needing to fight. And if we try to contest, they have Oriana to put down. So we really wanted to boss fight, but they denied it.
Yeah, I think that's smart from them. Yeah, I think those are the best situations that we had. But it's a lot of it relies, I think, on these fights. It's like the initiation from IIT has to either be from you or from Thresh. So it either lies in your Tesla Spirit to start the CC to like make WMU keep moving to where they don't want to be.
Yeah.
Because WMU's win condition is if Nautilus gets a hook or Sion initiates with a really nice ult gank, like flank. But
because
at this point in the game it looks like
like
this late into the game there's gonna be barely any more surprise flanks, especially like from huge tanks like that. So like you know what's gonna happen. Like the only hope
because we can just stay in our base.
This is kind of like where IIT's comp kind of comes out a little bit here on the top. But because they have to Camille for the surprise, it's like no one expects the Camille, but IIT gonna be hovering themselves around, not WMU actually not gonna be committing themselves fully for this inhib as it's taken to about 1900
What are you at exactly?
I am at 4307, 4308, 4309.
Okay, thank you.
The slow gonna be put onto Beg for Mercy here as he's gonna have 2 more tentacles sprouting up. That's the second. Gonna land. Actually, wait, it lands on Oriana. Oh,
hey.
That's 200 IQ there, dude. But not gonna be enough to deter WMU from this push. Vladimir going to be backing. He's gonna be getting a what? No, he's not backing yet. Hold on. Is he captured? Oh, good lord.
He wants to,
oh god. Oh god. Oh god. He's getting heralded. Tesla Spirit gonna be landing on the Olaf. Oh wait, here starts the fight. The Orianna not doing enough damage, but they're isolated. Okay, so yeah, okay. I'm gonna replay this for sure because there's a lot going on here that I want to talk about. All right, hold on. So here's how the fight happens. So Tessa Spirit lands onto the Olaf. I'm playing this at 0.25 speed first. So Alawi starts off with her ult, but WMU's members are split. Sivir's on top, Ori's on bottom. Her ult land 2 members of IIT. Nautilus keeps Lucian away, but Draco initiates forcefully onto the Orianna and no one is with her. Nautilus trying to flash to just get the auto to stop her, but that leaves the Sivir exposed. Snowdown Arcade pushes through to get it. Despite the Zhonyas, the thing is that because she's Zhonya'd, there's no damage output coming out anymore, so it's just like, alright, hi tanks.
I think the Zhonya was required because she was just gonna die to Draco.
Yeah. So she had to try it anyway.
She has
definitely a positioning error on that, and I think it's partly due to the Vlad. So Vlad was positioned inside the Raptor bush, and then Nautilus was like, Sion and Nautilus were like, oh, let's chase him down, right? So they're going around to the red buff, but Sivir's still in lane, so she's coming in through lane on the other side. But you start Test of Spirit, so that starts the fight. So WMU already starts off the fight bad. So
yeah, the thing is they took the fight with Orianna and Sivir on 2 opposite sides, so we could just
isolate them. Yeah, you focus on one and just try to push each other away. So WMU, they definitely were able to CC you guys long enough, because Nautilus hook delays Snowdown from touching any of the carries yet, but then Draco is already past theirs. Draco's already past that point. He's already, I think, dodged it, because he had already ulted and forced Ori all the way back to the round to Ben. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it one more time actually, because it's actually really
and that was a 5-0 in the end, just because the thing is, there are 3 tanks, and all of them can give some really good protection. Well, Olaf isn't the best, but still, he's disrupting.
Yeah, the
and
Nautilus.
Yeah,
it's 2 flashes being placed. I think you flashed and Camille flashed at the same time, so it's good. It's get enough damage, and the Vlad damage didn't go through with his ult, but it's whatever. Yeah, it's just really, and Lucian finally with his armor pen is able to do his work that he needs to now, so like the tanks actually have to be scared of him. No Warmogs built on the Sion, surprisingly. I was...
the Sion had one.
Who did?
Sion had a Warmogs, but the others...
excuse me, Thornmail. I think Thornmail would
right. Yeah,
maybe Thornmail as opposed to Gargoyle, Stoneplate, or whatever, because I don't think they had to be afraid of Vlad's MR, but hey, I mean... I don't know. I don't think it's just like the item thing that was leading to the loss here. It's definitely the positioning. It's 100% positioning for that fight. So
like when they have 3 tanks and all of them can do a very good job at protecting, but since they split the carries, they couldn't they had to also split the protection, and that just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Because also their carries
they committed all of their tanks on Ori. Like
yeah, and like Ori can totally kill the Lucian on her own, like just QW just chunks him down to maybe 30%.
Once you finish using your initial abilities there's that gap that IIT was able to capitalize on where she doesn't have anything available, even with the CD, you know.
And also, more than that, the Ori was on the side of the fight where Lucian wasn't, so Lucian didn't really have anything to...
Right, he did not get captured into the Ori ult, so that was also good, yeah. So.
And then he went on Sivir, who was not protected by Orianna because they were just 2 different sides. And as you said, as the moment the Nautilus went back to Orianna, Sivir had nothing in front of her.
Yeah, so Snowdown able to pretty much take the 1v1 itself comfortably, and then just able to help down chunk the tanks to just like scare them off a bit, and then lets you and Camille focus on the Ori. So that was definitely the win condition.
I didn't even go on Ori that much. I was just keeping the tanks fuzzy in a way because like
you flashed W on her. I mean, you did what you needed for sure, like to get her away from the situation. Like it's all about trying to push the fight away from Lucian. I think in this fight, in this kind of situation for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely good plays all around. Bot lane definitely coming out here on top this time around.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mid lane matchup, yeah, both of them had their moments. Syndra completely stomping the Veigar. Ori getting her stomps on everyone else. I don't think Ren did particularly bad in this case. He just wasn't able to get money.
No, he had a matchup. He had a matchup in which he couldn't play up.
Right.
Like he couldn't win that matchup just because of how the matchup goes. She has more range, and then she could get a TB off, which helped her get one kill from
Yeah,
second and
I
stuff.
mean he wasn't able to get the kills that he needed onto Ori, but in the mid game transition, as Sivir was trying to go for like any possible resource, he was able to get a couple picks on her to get himself some kills to get the items that he needed. Cause yeah, in the end he comes out with the yeah, he had Zonia's available. Rabs, Leandry
Yeah,
is about.
and she never the Sivir never really did much damage. I'm gonna check the
No, I don't think
stats.
the Sivir matchup this time around definitely not helpful. I think if anything,
Yeah,
maybe
but
Ezreal would have been good here for WMU because it has the kiting ability and it. I
I think
partic.
it's
Go ahead.
also the way she played and like the fact that she didn't have Infinity Edge that late in the game was really bad.
Mm.
Like even though she didn't have that much gold, she shouldn't have prioritized Essence River because in the end she did less damage than Olaf and Sion
She just
as
had
Sivir.
no like lane like kill presence. Like if you look at the
Yeah,
KDA, 13 kills slash assists out of 31 is like that's a little bit under 25% I think, or something like that. No, a little above 25%, but it's like
yeah,
ADC wise 21 to 32, that's 60%. So his Snowdown's presence in fights is a lot more present, is shown like much more. And,
yeah,
and, and,
for sure.
and it's partly because like after the first tower, Sivir has to like isolate herself all the time trying to get CC, and then plus on top of the times dying to Vlad in those 1v1 situations is
Yeah,
like just has no
yeah,
impact into the fights at all. So
and
like
the fact this happened.
WMU tried their best to play around Ori. It's just IIT's members, none of us five had like a particularly really hard matchup, so we were all able to like sustain
Yeah,
ourselves. So if you have 4.5 guys do well, and then only one guy do super well, like that's gonna win out. Especially in the
yeah, for
40
sure.
minute, especially in the 40 minute when everyone's got their core items and builds, and Sivir definitely didn't until like the last fight or so, and even then,
Yeah,
and then because of the positioning, it doesn't help anything
it
at
didn't
all
quite
in the
hurt.
end.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, the thing is,
yeah.
the late game was worrying us definitely because they had a arena that was hurting a lot. Silver still wasn't quite there yet. She was getting there, but I mean she was still at level 18 and she was still missing one item.
Hmm.
And
I think
but the
it's
thing is,
there.
then there are three tanks that are just falling off. Like Sion is a good tank in the game, but he only has some CC and
I guess it's partly in
he's
their
in the problem with the rest.
it's the Baron buff advantages that they had that they just didn't really play it. They didn't commit hard enough for the mid inhibs. I think they tried to
I guess
take
yeah,
them.
they could have tried to engage
They want.
when they had the
I think the best thing is if they tried to take IIT not in a 5v5 situation, like force the sign to go for it,
yeah.
force you
Well,
to
that's what
come
they
down
do.
there or something, and then
Yeah,
try to force the 4v4 fight. I think 4v4 WMU might have had a chance, especially if they're able to play it out correctly. Because for
yeah, that's
you,
true because then we don't have front line.
yeah,
Front
because
line.
yeah, the only person that Camille needs to be afraid at that point will be Ori will only have to be afraid of Camille in that situation because there's no way Thresh will be able
Yeah,
to get past their front line, and then Lucian is not going to dare approach either because the tanks will hold him at bay, and so
yeah, and also she just
Camille
kills him. Exactly.
plus Sivir will be able to handle himself. But as we saw, like in that first fight that happened in the mid lane that started to turn in IT's favor, it's like Vlad was there, and Vlad was able to actually be able to get the Sivir 1v1 in this situation. So, uh,
Yeah, that's true. They could have
yeah.
just sent the Sion inside lane and forced me to answer it. He was not going to win the matchup. I mean, I wasn't going to either because I was gonna fall Ulm before he would die. But that would still put me away from the fight, like from the rest of the team. And yeah, they would be fine with it, I think, because Olaf and Nautilus would be a good enough frontline, and we can't really get past them when there's just Oriana nuking anyone who would come near. So yeah, they should definitely have split like that.
Hmm.
Just a 4-1, especially because they only had one inhib turret left to take. They could have done something about this and not just
Yeah,
staying as 5 and
they definitely had options. Like it
yeah,
was much better to they they were better things to do than just try to go for a 5v5 commit. I think the approach with they had two lanes approaching and then they focused it for the bot and hit first. That's good. And then yeah, like you said, like transition to top then or something like that to go for the top
mm-hmm.
turret next or something because you still have the timer
Yeah,
advantage because the Elder Drake buff is not it had already run out by then I think or something like that.
yeah,
So
it had.
and the wave was pushing. I don't think IIT's top wave was pushing at that time. So it's those are the kind of like pre-planning that WMU needed to take. I think objective
Yeah.
control wise, they prepared well for it, getting especially game two showing that they are able to capitalize on every dragon, doing good
Yeah.
scouting vision checks to keep division control, choke you guys out for trying to get good picks. But
Yeah, in
when they
both
had
games, actually, they had a good vision control.
when they had those leads, I think transitioning that to be able to take fights, knowing they have certain advantages to them, was definitely tougher for them to get themselves set up. And yeah, IIT for in terms of this comp, like you guys were just like ready to every mistake that they made, you just constantly just get more from it because
Yeah.
we were saying, like none of our guys necessarily had like a ridiculous deficit. It was just the Ori had gotten fed to a crazy point, so we just had to play catch up, not like
Yeah.
keep up, not catch
But
up. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's not that we had anyone who was down, so that they had that 1% who was up. But the other people we had was still able to match any other of their members.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
And
hey, that was
overall,
this was fun. I enjoyed doing this
it
kind
was.
of VOD review to have a little bit more time to talk about the games instead of just play by play. So
Yeah.
yeah, so this will do it though for the stream tonight. The Hawks move on, conclude their Northern Conference Collegiate League of Legends official group stage run at a 4-2 record, which I believe is actually the best that we have seen because the past 2 years we've gone 3
Yeah,
and
I think
3.
they were.
So
Yeah.
you know, definitely a lot of diversity in the roster in terms of this year.
Also,
Go ahead.
one of the first team that beat us is in the playoffs currently, because I know that
RMU
yeah, for the
is,
story there was
and
a yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
Kent is
Yeah,
in though. I don't think
I
Kent
don't
is
think
in.
so. That the second series that we lost was kind of sad because it was just like we were not getting outclassed, and it was actually a team that we faced in scrims 10 days before and that we won against.
That you had won, right? I know.
Yeah,
I know.
and but then yeah, we just nobody really managed to play well in the game, and like we couldn't even identify what. I mean, we could identify what was going
I think
wrong,
that
but we had no idea how
specific
to fix
period
it.
of time, everyone was like not really doing their research. Like you guys didn't spend too much prep time to do. I think a lot.
Yeah,
It was just pulling out the
I've been
past scrim
thinking
game. Things might have
ever
been.
since. Well, first of all, on the day before, I was supposed to have a scrim on the day before that one match, and the our opponents didn't get back to us, so we didn't have a scrim. And also, I realized after the game that I think a major problem in that series that we lost was the Nunu that they picked both games and that we didn't ban, and that would have changed a lot, I think, because that was just like Nunu has way too much presence early on, and he can just be everywhere at the same time.
Sure.
So that happened, but yeah, the first the series against RMU was just like them being like I think they're all master / grandmaster.
Yeah, that's just a
I
elo
think
difference for sure, and I think that
yeah,
intimidated some of IIT's
we
players.
could have. I don't even know if we were intimidated.
I think
I know we
game
could have
two.
played it better.
I enjoyed watching game two of RMU. Like you guys had caught onto the thread, but it's like
Yeah,
that one was just eventually their macro play just like ended up edging out just a little bit
yeah,
with the game knowledge that they had better.
right.
But
We
I think
just
you
could.
guys held on valiantly for game two. Game one was you guys just had no idea what was happening. But game two, I
We
liked.
actually managed to come back in game one a bit, at 2 times. Or like because there was
Okay,
one moment like
maybe
on the national when they just did
I'll have to
something
rewatch
stupid.
that video,
Get
but
like
it's up on
7
YouTube.
kills.
Speaking of, feel free
It
to
is.
subscribe to our YouTube channel at Illinois Tech Esports. But yeah, no, I think you guys did a good run, learned a lot from some of your games, and then made some good friendships not only within each other in the team but with other colleges. But yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
the team. I don't know how much intact it will stay for next year. You know, Snowdown, this is his second year. He'll likely be still trying to play for the team in the third year. I don't know if he'll still be
Yeah.
ADC. We might have a new Youngblood D5, D4 ADC that wants to be the new Casey freshman dude. But you're you're done after this year. You'll be going back to
Yeah.
France.
Well, I mean, I'm finishing.
Your
I mean,
degree.
that's my last year of college anyway. So,
Right, you're
yeah.
finishing your degree, of course. And then we've got Ren. I believe he's a third year, so he might still be around if he wants to still be in
I think
this
so.
IIT environment. Poro is a fourth year.
Oh yeah.
I think so. It's
I
his
think
last
so,
year,
yeah.
but he signed up for co-terminal, so I don't know if he's going to be focusing on academics or still have time for league in the co-term program. I didn't.
There's always time. There's always time.
There's
Yeah.
always time. There's always time for league, exactly. And then Draco is a first year too, so the team is a little spread out. You know, there's room for improvement with the roster, and we'll have to keep our eyes open for another signature top laner that has his own book to figure out to fill in those shoes, dude. Um, but I think that'll do it for us tonight. Definitely, yeah. Thanks for people for tuning in for the stream. Again, we didn't really advertise it as a stream because this is just a rebroadcast, and we'll
Yeah,
be sure to
that's
upload it
fine.
onto YouTube for everyone to watch. Feel free to follow us on social media on Facebook and Twitter at IIT Esports. Um, but that'll do it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yep. Thank you.